Hi, my name's Clarke and I work as a postural alignment specialist. So my company is called Heal Your Pain. So that's what I'm all about. I'm all about getting the body into a better alignment. Once it's in a better alignment, then hopefully your pains are going to just start to disperse. So today it's about plantar fasciitis or plantar fasciitis. So a lot of people suffer with this, and I'm going to discuss while I'm doing some exercises why they are happening and what is actually going on with the foot and what is going on with the body. So my first exercise, you can do this sitting on a chair, you can do this, I find it quite easy sitting on a floor, and you can have a block to help you. So I'm going to start with this foot. Right, so hang on a minute, let me just think about how I want it. I want it like that. So I'm putting my foot up on a block. If I'm sitting on a chair, you want to be able to put your fingers through the toes. So I'm literally little finger through little toe, next toe, and right the way up. Now this is really painful to do. So you can actually get, you can get like little toe separators that people have for painting their toes. Sitting in the evening with those in is absolutely amazing for actually getting the toes to start separating. So while we're doing this, I'm just going to be, when we do the next exercise, I'm going to be explaining why we're doing this. So we're going to just roll the foot round, and we're just asking for those toes to separate out. It's a bit like starfishing the toes, and then we're just letting the foot roll round. We're just doing circles round, and you're going to do about 10-20 circles one way, 10-20 circles the other way, and then up and down. Now I would do both feet. I would always do both feet when we're doing it. So again, we're going for this foot and leg up on there, putting your fingers through the toes. And as I said, to start with, this can feel a bit painful doing it, and rolling it round. So 10 or 20, 10 or 20, and then up and down. That's just getting things moving. Right, I'm going to explain all about why we're doing it in a minute, but that's the first exercise as we're sitting down. Now the second exercise is a very long exercise that you are going to hate doing, but it's amazing. Right, you're going to grab a belt and you're going to put the belt around the knees. You're going to make sure that you're sitting nice and squarely, and when you actually pull, that's when you should get the fist between your knees, not when it's not pulling, because you want to do it when it's pulling. Okay, back. You need to be able to sit onto your bum cheeks. Now slouching is like that, and you just want to roll forward so that you're actually putting the weight onto the bone, your bum bones, and your shoulder is above your hip and your ear is above your shoulder. All right, we want nice right angles, so it's no good having your legs down and it's no good having them too high. You want nice right angles from the hip bone to the knee and down to the foot. So the feet are sitting in front of you and they're about 5 inches apart, and then you're pulling. Now I'm going to put my timer on at the same time as doing this, and I'll explain what we're doing. Pull. It's horrible. Keep the arch in the back and pull. Right, so plantar fasciitis. The actual plantar fascia is 3 muscles in the bottom of the foot, and they are they're not like a normal muscle. They're actually more like a piece of leather on the bottom of the foot. They haven't got as much elasticity in the muscle as you have in, say, your arms or in your thighs. All right, keep pulling all the time. 80% of body weight against this. It's horrible. So what's happening is this muscle can get, if it gets inflamed, that's when you're going to feel some problems. So why does it get inflamed? Well, I believe it's because something up in the body comes out of alignment. So we are not putting our feet down correctly. Very rarely is it a foot injury that has caused plantar fascia. Now what happens is, it's a throwaway thing that we go, oh, my foot hurts, I must have plantar fascia. Well, it's not necessarily that. There's lots of other things that can go on in the feet. Come on, keep pulling hard. So we have got to get the balance back into the body. It's usually one foot more than the other, and it's because the foot strike is not correct on that foot compared to the other one. Now, I had plantar fascia a long time ago, and I actually had it in both feet, and I was like, what is going on? And I went to see, actually it was a guy that got me into a goscue, and I went to see him, and he held my foot, he held the heel of my foot and pressed it when I nearly went through the ceiling. It was so painful. And he went, oh yeah, you've got plantar fascia. So I hadn't done anything to my feet. I was like, what is going on? But every time I put this certain pair of boots on, it caused my foot fall in a different position. Oh my goodness, the plantar fascia came back. So mine was due to the heel on my boot. So it can be anything that's causing it, but basically you are imbalanced. Now, why am I doing this exercise and causing such pain into my body doing this exercise? And yes, 80%, keep pulling. Well, what's happening is we're starting with, you're probably feeling it to start with in just your thighs. We're trying to make those thighs be quite tired, and once they're quite tired, it's going to get into the butt, right? It's going to get into your glutes. So if you haven't got the arch in your back, you could be feeling it in your back. So make sure you keep that arch in the back the whole time and pull harder. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to fire your glutes. Everything is going to give up in a minute, and it's going to go into those butt cheeks. You'll probably feel it in your hips, and then you'll feel it to the butt cheeks. Balance comes from those glutes. So if we want to rebalance the body, we want to activate those glutes big time. Now, I've been doing this so many times. I love this exercise, and actually all my classes are loving it now. Well, they don't when I tell them we're doing it, but they're loving it when they've done it, because the balance comes back into the body and it feels amazing. All right, so we're trying to get the body to equally balance, and they're going to talk to each other. The hips are going to talk to each other, the feet are going to talk to each other, and it all comes through the pelvic area, the chit chat. So we're trying to get them working really hard and pulling really hard all the time. So this muscle that looks a bit like a piece of leather, and it's stretched over the foot, it hasn't got a lot of bounce in it. So what happens is, if it gets inflamed, then it's going to stay inflamed for quite a long time. So your first 72 hours are really important, and that's when you ice it and you take your anti-inflammatories and everything. You want to settle it down, and you don't want to aggravate it anymore. So things like shockwave therapy can help, so anything to bring the inflammation down. Acupuncture can help. Not that I fancy a needle going into my foot, but anyway, acupuncture can help, anti-inflammatories can help, and definitely coldness can help. So those are the first things that you can do straight away, and then you're working on the balance of the body at the same time. So we keep pulling, don't stop. We've got another 32 seconds to go. We are so nearly there. The plantar fascia is a bit like an upside down trampoline. So it holds the arch of the foot, and it goes down and comes up, goes down and comes up, but it doesn't have a lot of movement. So if it's overstretched big time, it's going to tear. So that's when that's going to take a lot longer to heal. But if it's just inflamed slightly, you want to just let it rest. You want to rest it and do other things that are going to cause it to do some work. Right, let go. Right, so now we've actually got to this part of the body, which is great. And if you stand up, you should feel, and if you march on the spot, it actually feels quite nice. You close your eyes and you feel that the balance, now I can feel equally between my heels and my toes and both sides of my feet. So that's really, really good. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to tell my shoulders to not have any nonsense to do with my lower body. So I'm going to do counter stretch. So you're going to put your hands higher than your shoulders, and you're now going to bring the feet underneath you. It's really important there's a straight line from the hip to the knee to the ankle, and you're just going to let your chest is going to drop down, and you're going to baboon bum your bum, and you're going to hold this one for a minute. I'm just checking I'm nice and straight. So your bum is baboon bummed. You want to make sure that your back goes into an arch where the arch is going downwards. So you are feeling that you are in an extended position. Now bring the weight slightly towards the front of the feet and tighten those thighs up and straighten those arms and hold it. So I've had a little bit of discomfort in my left shoulder. I'm feeling a tiny bit in my left shoulder, but it's fine. I'm feeling it coming down the backs of my legs, so I can really feel it down my hamstrings. And again, if it's too much, then walk in and don't be at such an acute angle. It's really important that we have this big arch in the back. Straighten your arms. And if you've got any shoulder pain, this is a great one. It starts saying to your body, right, your upper body is minding its own business about the lower part of the body. So we are loading those leg joints. Hip, knee, ankle, feet are loaded now. Your upper body has nothing to do with that at all. We're taking the weight of your arms onto the door or your wall or whatever. So after a minute, you're going to walk yourself in. Now, the next exercise that we're going to do, again, is slightly upper body. I'm just lifting this up slightly so we can see. Turn my light off. Okay, so this, to start with, I'm going to ask you to pigeon toe your toes. If you pigeon toe your toes, you can't lock your knees out. We're going to do arm circles, golfer's grip or hitching a lift. Straight knuckles, that's punching someone's lights out. That is hitching a lift or golfer's grip. Arms are to the side. You're going to bring your shoulders back and shoulders down. Now lifting your arms up for as level as they can possibly be. Don't tense the body too much. And now little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now from the side, what we don't want to do is we don't want to do a big banana with our body either. We want to keep our hip, God, I can't even think of the body part now. Our shoulders over our hips, over our knees, over our ankles. And again, shoulders back and down. I'm just showing from this side. And 1, 2. You can let the body roll slightly. 3, 4. If there's a slight forward and back with the upper body, that's fine, because what that's doing is it's actually allowing those perispinal muscles to get involved, which is what we're after. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, the second part of the exercise, still pigeon-toed. Bring the shoulders back, the shoulders down. Palms are coming to the ceiling, still in that golfer's grip or hitching a lift. And again, backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go with what you can do. 5. If you can only do 10, that's fine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can feel my little shoulder giving me a bit of jip. We're going into shoulders on another video, but I'll tell you all about that. Right, so again, shoulders back and down. Engage your shoulder blades and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for my plantar fascia work, you are using 4 exercises. We are starting with the one where we put our fingers in between our toes. So again, you can do this sitting and round one way, round the other way. The second exercise is going to be with a belt round your legs, only so that you can get the fist between your knees and you pull 80% of your body weight. Horrible exercise. Wiggle your toes to stop it going down the legs. We want it to come all the way up to your glutes. Once it's in the glutes, you are going to start getting strong. It's a balancing exercise. Then we're going to do the counter stretch up against door. Arms are higher than your shoulders. You want nice straight arms and you want to be able to drop the chest forward and you want to put a big arch in the back so it looks a bit like a baboon bum. And then you'll feel the weight. You'll feel your hips taking the weight of your legs. And then the last exercise, which we have just done, is going to be the arm circles. So that's getting all those back muscles to go, okay, I'm going to work, I'm going to work, I'm going to work. And it's just getting the weight balance ratio between the whole body better. So I hope you've enjoyed my exercises. I have my book, which is Heal Your Pain, and you can buy from my website. I also teach classes every week. I teach 10 classes a week, and those are online, and then I just do a couple of classes in person with just a few people as well, and masses of one-to-ones. So hopefully see you very soon, and thank you for joining me for my video. Bye!